actual trading card. that summons
Exodia.
be like an honorary 9th Millennium item. I say 9th because, you know, the 8th one was in the movie. But we are just about to go. Here we go.
I'll attempt to play first.
Okay.
If Matthew has proudly declared that he's going first, I saw a pretty cool opening hand. I saw at least a chaotic element, which means we are going to get some K9 cards here.
We'll go activate a case for K9.
Oh,
search a K9 monster.
We're definitely going to get some K9 cards here with this case for K9 here. Going to go ahead and search for a K9 monster, and then later in the turn, maybe use it to rip a card out of Eric's hand.
K9, certainly a great deck still. I feel like it's kind of been pushed out by Draco Tail and Yummy just a little bit in the top circuit, but it's nice to see K9 back at the top tournament table here. Obviously having a recent win.
Noroi, attempt effect on normal summon.
I will chain Mulcharmy Fulos.
Ooh, we're going to chain Fu here to the effect of Noroi.
I will chain Ash Blossom.
And there goes the chain on Ash Blossom as Chain Link 3 here going to negate that Fulos, and now Noroi will go ahead and resolve summon from the deck. Oh, and then forgive me, case for K9 doesn't rip, it just lets you reveal their opponent's hand.
Azuna effect.
Oh, but that Ripper is coming soon.
Yes, that's the one.
And now we've got Izuna, so we're going to go ahead and send, I would imagine, Lupus to the grave, and there it is.
Lupus.
Yep, and we have activated a card from the hand, most notably, so every K9 effect is online as we would require it to be for Matthew. That's the really cool thing about this archetype. Basically, you punish your opponent for having all the really powerful interactions that decks love to play in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh, we're going to take a look at the hand here.
Oh, and there's some fun stuff we're seeing here.
That is based, Duelist. But to explain some of the stuff you might have seen there, we were excited because the Pillar of the Future Cyanos is there. It's always treated as a Sky Striker card, and having the Sky Striker mobilize engage also really reveals that using the Sky Striker engine to put additional machines on the field will make the RB combo easier to access. But let's talk about Matthew's K9 plays here, as he does summon Ripper, right? We promised Ripper, he's delivering.
Yeah, Ripper could interact with that Cyrano here because I believe it does activate in the hand to summon, or I could be wrong.
I will search.
Just such an interesting deck. K9 really does something that...
Ripper because you activated a monster effect in hand.
Does something that we don't usually see. It punishes people, right? It's an effect that happens after your opponent does something. Almost like Kashtira, but just a little different and more aggressive.
Yep, and here we see a really cool effect of Ripper here. Going to go ahead and set that release restraint, K9LC, to the field. That can be used later on. And then here's the chaotic elements I was talking about to go ahead and add even more monsters from his deck to his hand. A big level 5 variety. That's going to be Jokul. With the Izuna that we just added, that Jokul is now online.
Level 5 is alive. So going to go ahead and reveal. Yep. Love the communication from these two duels.
Jokul effect search monster.
It's almost like I don't want to interrupt them because like they're doing great job themselves. But this is going to be a really nice form of extension here for Matthew just to keep climbing up into more and more plays. And now that we have that hand information, we can perfectly craft what XYZ monsters we want to keep in play to sort of stymie or disrupt Eric on her turn.
Well, the information is certainly important because it's one thing to just be able to react to your opponent's plays. It's another thing to know they have absolutely nothing during this turn. So as we get the Infinitrack Riverstorm, we're going to grab a level 5 machine monster from the deck.
Ooh, and I think I just flashed a really good one there for Matthew's deck.
Luckily, it's a wind monster. It's not an earth.
Yes.
But if you heard us kind of talking about Spell Canceller, we might have been talking about Spell Canceller.
You're good to go. I know you're okay.
And now we're playing against the known Sky Striker hand with like 2 spell cards. So Spell Canceller
the Azuna was K9 locked. Yeah, whatever it summons from the deck is K9 locked.
Yeah, he's good to go.
Yes, just a question on like how you can actually bring stuff back out. Always a good clarification from our judges to make sure everything's copacetic with this game.
Lantern target Nori.
So let's go ahead and get Noroi back on the field. So many XCs subbing so fast.
We have access to the Recycler. We could go into the Platinum Gadget that I know K9 is known for doing because Noroi is a machine. That can give us the additional normal summon of Scrap Recycler that we need.
Gets it out. Oh, and there's a Scrap Recycler.
I should say a special summon of Scrap Recycler.
Road Roller.
Whoa!
Oh, interesting.
Infinitrack. I believe it's Rug Roller? No, Road Roller. Excuse me. And I believe that young man has an effect when he's sent to the graveyard.
I love all these different K9 builds. Obviously, this one is very machine-centric because of the synergy with all the Infinitracks, the Scrap, and most importantly, the Spell Canceller. If we end up seeing it, cancel no spells. But it's cool that like just anything level 5 is really brought to life by this deck.
At X-Force release.
Yep, and now thanks to Lantern here, we're going to go ahead and get X-Force release, which is going to be our rank-up spell of choice. And then it's worth noting, too, that both of these decks actually technically have a really cool machine sub-engine within them that can kind of allow all their plays to happen.
They get machine sub-engines, everyone's about to be machine.
Send Platinum Gadget to revive Scrap Recycler.
Yep, we're going to go ahead and bring back Scrap Recycler to get its effect again. And then this will probably dump that Spell Canceler that we had flashed earlier.
Oh, goodness. Duelist, if you weren't dueling back in the good old days, you don't know how scary this can be. But I think people are pretty well aware of Spell Cancel showing up. It did feature in a lot of regional topping lists in the last weekend. But again, the effects of spells are negated and your opponent can't activate them.
Yep, it is basically Jinzo, but for spell cards.
Yes. Remember, when it came out, you're like, oh, it's good, but it's not Jinzo good. It's only 1,800 attack. No one could have seen something like this coming.
Road Roller to summon itself.
Yep, so then we have Infinitrack here replacing itself with the Clock Knight, and then we have Road Roller to summon itself back onto the field from the graveyard. And now we're going to go ahead and overlay our Road Roller and our Lantern to go ahead and make
Oh, there it is. Ginkari is there, and so she is able to special summon level 5 monsters, and guess who's a level 5 monster?
Good old Spell Canceler.
So this is going to be difficult to play through, especially when you see Eric's hand. This is a great line because, again, you know he's on Sky Striker, so that's going to be pretty difficult. Now, Pillar of Cyano, or should be Pillar of the Future Cyanos, can be special summoned by discarding a spell. So it's not completely dead in the water, but that SP Little Knight's not going to help things.
And we're just going to go ahead and scoop it up as Eric. He knows that he can't play through a Spell Cancel.
Good luck. I'll take first this time.
Alrighty.
Yep,
Sounds
Eric
good.
proudly proclaims that he's going first, and we're going to get the opening hand. I
draw
saw some green in there. Ooh, I definitely see an
an
Engage, too. I'll tell you want to begin.
How many times can you activate Engage in a Sky Striker RB deck? That's one.
Oh,
Engage is good to resolve.
keep a counter tracking at home, y'all. How good is Engage in this hand? This is at least one time. We're going to get the Hornet Drones. That'll be the monsters we need to maybe go into the Shepherd's Crook, because I believe we can use any monsters to summon that one. Oh, but we can also use machines to summon Brute Brulus, so we can actually link off the token into like a Kagari or something and then make it later.
Anything here.
So powerful, you know, Sky Striker Mobilize Engage into Hornet Drones lets you play Yummy, lets you
Kagari,
play a lot of different things, but most importantly here, it gets you access to a machine
Engage.
monster, not so much the Link 1. So gets a chance to get the second Engage copy. We still got that Fualos in the hand. Didn't want to activate it.
That is fine.
Oh, really didn't want to activate it. Interesting.
I think it's just the argument of, like, do you save like your interactions for the points where you know they're going to be forced to keep summoning?
Well, this is the second copy of Sky Striker Mobilize Engage activated. There's the Pillar of Cyanos. There's going to be Pillar of Future Cyanos. That's a mouthful.
Right. Basically, this card will be able to summon itself and then also bring out Rose. That's the biggest thing about this card.
And Rose, while she's not a machine, she can quickly turn into one, the same way that token turned into Sky Striker Ace Kagari.
Well, you can also make Shepherd's Crook without machines.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
The brand new RB Link monster. You just don't normally end with 2 different RB Link monsters, because then you don't have the zones to actually equip all your machines as equipped monsters.
Should have done this earlier.
Should have done this earlier, so Matthew deciding maybe. Oh, it didn't matter.
Yeah, that's good.
Turns out, Matthew, you did not miss out on anything. That Call by the Grave is going to get that Fualos banished with the Swiftness, and we're going to continue our turn here. We're going to get the Rose out, just like I said. Cyrodios allowing you to do that, and that gives you 3 monsters, which could make the brand new Shepherd's Crook. We're going to go ahead and go for a Link 2 here. Into the Volcan Booster. That's right. This will go ahead and get you the RB spell. This does require machine monsters, which both Kagari and Cyrodios were, but we have to be met by infinite impermanence negating that effect.
So now we're linking off Sky Striker Ace Rose.
It does have a down arrow, which enables us to keep going here. Ooh, is that Hayate?
Yeah.
Yes. That is the beautiful alternate art Hayate. I think it's the Rose version of Hayate,
It
too,
is.
actually. So
How
using the Rose.
appropriate.
And there we see Brute Blues coming down, because we have 2+ monsters equaling 3 on summon. We're going to go ahead and search for an RB. I believe it gets any card. Any RB card.
Yep.
There we see the Funk Dock. That's going to be the field spell.
If you want to read this one.
That'll give you access to
you know you got
the deck.
Okay,
I have the
great.
deck. Yep, you're good.
Ooh, Matthew's saying I'm an RB enthusiast as well.
scary
2
for me
Machine
then, you
Brothers
know,
are
read it.
playing against each other right now, it looks like.
I was
So
trying
there
to keep you off
so
that.
there we see the stage landing here. This is going to be a really powerful card to go ahead and give you access to another summon of a RB monster.
Yeah, we got to 3 spells. Not that it matters at this point, but just some incredible gameplay here as he drops down.
Pay 1,200 to look at your hand and summon a monster.
And then just a reminder,
Oh,
after activating
wow.
this card, you are now locked into machine monsters with 1,500 or less attack points. Original attack, I should say. And then this is one of the brand new Lambda cannon. This is going to go ahead and allow you to look at your opponent's hand.
Definitely helps, right? You got to look at my hand and know what to do. Now I'm looking at your hand and I know what to do.
Yep, and here comes Lambda Cannon, the other new one that came out from Dooms. On summon, this card's going to go ahead and let you search for another card. I believe that this one specifically gets... no, sorry, you can send one RB monster from deck, one RB card from deck to grave. And that's going to be Drill.
This may seem like a really nebulous deck, but when you think about it, it's so funny that he's like buying parts to upgrade his machine, right?
Yes.
Pay
yes.
1,200 for 1,200, pay 700 for 700.
Yes, and the reason why I call these friends equip monsters is because essentially, while they are underneath the zones that a RB Link monster points to, they gain extra effects during your opponent's turn, and they can even give extra effects to the Brute Blues himself.
Oh, wow. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and link off
into the Valkan Booster. That is right.
It
was never actually resolved.
Effect to add back.
So now going to take their Gat-10 Driller back.
Summon. Activate effects, target Lupus to destroy both. I pay 500 for cost.
Yep, so you're paying 500 life points per Gat-10 Drill. Going to go ahead and target itself and Lupus to destroy both.
Spell will gain me 500 from destroying your Lupus.
It's a rebate.
Protect mine by banishing stage landing.
So stage landing, of course, being able to banish itself in order to protect your RB monsters from being destroyed, which is huge since they usually destroy themselves in order to gain that. It's kind of almost like a Memento Unchained kind of energy there, but at the same time being able to insulate your own costs, right? You're getting coupons, reimbursements, mail-in rebate.
Yep, and there we see Shepherd's Foot coming down. This is going to be the new Link monster that came out in Doom of Dimensions. Basically, it gains 500 attack for each monster you control, except this card. And then once per turn, during your main phase, you can set one RB trap from your deck to the grave, from your deck or graveyard, and that's going to be, I believe, the RB. I want to say it's called Last Stand. Sorry, next phase. Excuse me.
Which is pretty great considering that it's going to allow you to negate the activation of a monster effect. So you get some spell trap negations, you get some monster effect negations. It's expensive, but it's still good.
Also, it's worth noting that this Gat-10 Drill has been summoned back to the field, so we can do the same monster pop that we saw during our opponent's turn. And then the Lambda Blade has the effect where you can pay 1,400 and then target a monster your opponent controls and destroy that card. And if you do, you take control of that monster.
Wow.
That just targets face up?
Monsters only.
Monsters only. Oh, yeah. Okay. The saw is spells and traps.
Yeah, correct.
Yep, just double-checking all the different kinds there are. There are even more RB equips that we have not seen yet, actually.
That's true, that's true. Nice to have two duelists that know what they're both doing.
Set one and attempt to leave the main phase.
Okay, we're going to attempt to leave the main phase.
Okay.
Anything before main phase?
Nope.
Normal.
So not a whole lot going on. I think Eric may be showcasing how he got this far in the tournament with his deck undefeated. As Cyanos leads to Sky Striker Ace Rose from the graveyard, back on the field. Really gone through that extra deck, by the way.
Yes, even though we're locked most of the time in the RB deck into 1,500 or less, we can still summon plenty of monsters, don't you worry.
And conveniently, the Sky Striker Ace monsters are almost universally 1,500 or less.
Original attack, 100%. So there we get the RB stage landing once again off of a third copy of Valkan Booster being summoned from the extra deck. By far one of the most powerful cards in this archetype.
Yep.
That stage landing here is going to summon another RB monster coming from the deck this time, not the extra deck. And we're going to get, I believe it's Valkan Booster. No, sorry, Valkan Rocket. Valkan Booster is the link to.
Well, nice to put the booster by the rocket. But I'm not sure if we are ready to launch just yet. We haven't seen the biggest, baddest Brute Blues.
Yep, and now we're going to use the Reborn effect of the Valkan Booster to summon from the grave.
Into a main.
It's optional.
Part's optional.
So basically, Valkan Booster will move if you summon, but you don't have to do that if you don't want to. Usually it just allows you to free up space for your Brute Blues if you want to keep the Valkan Booster equipped to it.
That's fine.
Or linked to it, I guess it's more accurate.
Yeah, it's weird because clearly you're building up your robot, but it isn't using like the equip spell icon. Save that for Dooms.
All
so we see Brute Blues, and fun fact, Brute Blues gains a ton of effects based on how many RBs he has.
I knew two were dead, and I'm like, all right, I think I can handle one card.
Yeah, so basically, you can't be destroyed. You can make it say lost game 2. We'll have the full choice here. It sounds like they are choosing to go first. The Fist Bump of Destiny for both of these players as they begin game 3. I'm seeing quite the interesting grip from Eric.
Draw phase.
Ooh, that is an interesting opening hand.
Matt's hand is definitely pretty cool to see. We're starting off with Case of K9. This worked really well for him in game 1. Let's see if it'll happen again.
Now, you sure could special summon a level 5 monster if you happen to just draw it, right?
Right?
That's interesting that he just opened up with the spell canceller. I wonder if he tries to go for it quicker or if he's got a route if he happens to draw spell canceller.
I will activate Draw and Lock.
Well, never mind. He's going to have to figure it out fast.
On resolution of Case for K9, we are going to use Droll, and we did open the spell canceller. You're so right. But with Jokel, we can't just bring that right out to the field.
Sorry.
Yep.
Activate Joker, reveal spell canceller.
That's fine. Yeah, you're good.
The proud declaration of "I'm sorry" by summoning the spell canceller. It's like, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
No, what a gentleman. I mean, you were absolutely allowed to win at Yu-Gi-Oh! I know many people have different opinions about that, but you're allowed to play this game and do well. But, man, what an opening hand, even through Joel and Lockbird, having the Izuna already from the Case for K9 and just having everything you need. This Droll may not be as scary as it was.
Yeah, but here we see the Izuna, and something that is interesting is Eric is thinking here, because I think I saw a little bit of a flash in his hand. He has cards by the name of Infinite Impermanence, and I think Ash Blossom in his hand. Okay. While he can't necessarily interact with the Izuna right now, he's just trying to think of where the best interaction point would be, because if he saves that Imperm for his own turns, he can target the spell canceller and negate its effects during his turn to get all the spell cards he wants.
That's very tempting. I feel like I, personally, if I was in the driver's seat, would be holding on to the Infinite Impermanence, but I also did not get to round 4 undefeated with RB, so what do I know?
Yes, and it is worth noting here that Droll Lockbird was activated, so all the K9 effects are going to be full force.
Was it worth it to slow things down? So, Izuna going to go ahead and send down the Lupus from the deck to the grave. Of course, Lupus can bring itself back out, so we're going to take a look at the extra deck here and kind of pre-plan an Xyz summon.
Yeah, it definitely turns off a lot of the bridging that Matthew is probably opted to do to get into all the infinite track combos and whatnot, but the big bummer is like, we kind of mitigated all that by just opening the spell canceller anyway and being able to summon it off of Jokel. But not getting access to Noroi might be pretty big.
Well, there's certainly some secrets. In fact, this is the first duel where one of the duelists doesn't know both hands.
Yes, that's a very good point, actually.
At least, not yet.
Not yet.
So Xyz summon. Stacking the 2 monsters, same level. We got our K917 Ripper.
Yep. That could insulate against the Infinite Impermanence, I believe.
That's true.
Okay, so no spells. Got 1 hand-based negation with the Ripper.
Can Ripper only do it for monsters, or is it any card? I think it's any card, right?
Think so. So
we'll find out if he, because if it can, it'll definitely go against the Imperm. Oh boy! In the draw phase, we're activating Infinite Impermanence, targeting Spell Canceller.
So it is a monster effect in hand, so Ripper is no good here.
But I did see a card that Matthew said, and here it is. It's going to be Solemn Judgment. We're going to pay half our life points to negate and destroy Infinite Impermanence.
Worth it every time.
It's coming from Metal Raiders, and it's being used to stop the machine deck. And there we go, a set and pass over to Matthew. The Spell Canceller is more than enough to stop it here.
You're good.
I think I could hear the crowd from here just shouting. They know that things are kind of down and out. Oh, and there's the fist bump. Eric concedes, and Matthew is your winner.
We opened Funk Talk and Stage Landing, which is pretty much full RB combo, but it's